This is the GIS news for Monday, January 6th, 2025. I am Rakisha St. Louis. In the headlines, Grenada celebrates Dr. Kirani James and government invests millions in purebred livestock for farmers from the United States. We'll have details to these stories and more when we return.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. A celebration for an honorary man, Kirani James. He received an honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the University of the West Indies Global Campus over the weekend. The event, which took place under the patronage of Governor General Dame Cecile Lagranade, brought together UE staff and alumni, sponsors, and dignitaries to commemorate James's recent achievement. The prestigious award was presented during UE's virtual graduation ceremony on November 9th, 2024. James, a renowned 400-meter sprinter, was recognized for his extraordinary accomplishments on the track, which include multiple Olympic and World Championship medals. Governor General Dame Cecile Lagranade highlighted James's inspiring journey, noting that his achievements are not only a reflection of his athletic competence, but resilience and dedication.
Kirani's journey from humble beginnings in Grove to the world's top podium is a testimony to what can be achieved with hard work, perseverance, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. His success, both on and off the track, have shown us all that greatness is not just about talent, it is about resilience, focus, and an unwavering belief in one's own potential.
On Saturday, during the local ceremony to celebrate his remarkable achievement, Dr. Kirani James expressed gratitude to UE.
I've never imagined, being in this position, accepting an honorary doctorate. I've always viewed my part of representing my country and being on the track and doing what I can do from that standpoint. But to be here on the stage, especially being in the presence of so many people that have had success and so many people that have so much accomplishment, it truly is an honor. And, I always look at these honors as being bestowed upon me, especially the title of doctor, because we all know how difficult it is to achieve something like that through academia.
He reflected on the remarkable support from family, friends, and the Grenadian public.
So as I stand here today, I think it's imperative that we keep investing in young people, because I'm here speaking as a product of somebody that was invested in. And it shows that when you truly, genuinely, and sincerely invest in young people and try to guide them and give them a platform so that they can maximize their potential, this is the result. It's a lot more than me, right? It was about morphing into something more than myself, which is representing my country, my village, my family, being an inspiration to other aspiring athletes. And I've always taken that seriously, that responsibility seriously, and understand the magnitude of what I'm doing. They've always asked me the question, which Olympics is my favorite Olympics, all right? But they've hardly ever asked me what was my favorite moment from any Olympics. And that's seeing this flag go up and hearing the anthem.
Pro-Vice Chancellor and the Principal of the Global Campus, Dr. Francis Severin, congratulated Dr. Kirani James and welcomed him to the family of UE alumni.
So it is a privilege to welcome Dr. Kirani Zeno James in the UWI family of honorary graduates. I feel very flattered with my relative lack of achievement in terms of having him as my fellow alumni. I do feel good about it. I'm sure Dr. Nicole Philip Dow and the other alumni who have met this afternoon, our Hill president is here, feel very good about it. This award, therefore, of the Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, underscores our commitment to the Sustainable Development Goal number 3, which speaks to good health and wellness, and Sustainable Development Goal number 4, quality education.
Honorable Andy Williams, who was the acting Prime Minister at the time, congratulated Dr. James on another accolade added to his many accomplishments.
Today, we have much more than his gold, silver, and bronze medals to celebrate. We are proud to celebrate the legacy he continues to build. One of excellence, humility, and inspiration. Kirani James has not only elevated Grenada on the global athletic stage, but also inspired young athletes across the world to dream big, work hard, and persevere against all odds.
The University of the West Indies Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Global Campus, Dr. Francis Severin, says the process from recommendation to selection of honorary degrees is transparent, rigorous, and confidential. He explained that once a recommendation is made, a panelist reviews and gives consideration. Dr. Severin commended Dr. Kirani James.
The recommendations come from alumni and other stakeholders, the university stakeholders. It's, if you will, a sort of a demographic processing. The recommendation could come from the global campus site at Marischal House, So any person of that sort of standing makes a recommendation, and it goes to the university registrar, and of course, in turn, it goes through process of consideration by the top, if you want to say, top leaders, the executive management of the university, chaired by the Vice Chancellor, the Pro-Vice Chancellors, principals, and the Vice Chancellor. We go through a vetting process. Mind you, there's a long list that goes back several years, and sometimes not everyone gets through. And we always ask that when that recommendation is made, it's confidential, so that no one who is recommended has any expectation, because it can be a bit disappointing if you heard that you're recommended and turned down. So what I can assure you of is that the process is transparent, it is rigorous, there is debate, there's consideration, and comes from various areas.
Honorary doctorates are granted in several areas, including arts and entertainment, education, medicine, culture, and sports.
There's an agreement among all those in the executive, and we ask the person whether they would accept. And of course, yeah. So let us say it's an academic, rigorous process, so to speak.
Sports Minister Honorable Delma Thomas says Dr. Kirani James's accomplishment is just the beginning for Grenada's recognition in sports. She outlined plans to revamp grassroots sports and implement new disciplines in primary schools.
We want to celebrate more like Kirani, Lyndon, Anderson, and our other athletes. It means that we have to start from the grassroots level, from the community level. And that is why recently, I'm sure you've seen, that government has approved the sports council at the level of the parish. And so the parish will assist us in identifying young athletes at that grassroots level and providing them with that avenue, that training, that particular support, so that we'll have more of Kirani, more of Lyndon, more of the other Afi, and more of the other athletes. And so it's more than just the grassroots level, but also in the schools. So we cannot wait until they reach the secondary school or the tertiary education, and then we realize there is an goal.
Grassroots is important.
So the grassroots, yes, but we want to integrate many of our sporting disciplines at the level of the primary school. It's an exciting moment for me as a Grenadian and also the Minister of Youth and Sports. So I am extremely excited and extremely happy for Kirani. I mean, Kirani is a humble son of the soil. So though he achieved so much, continue to be humble. And so that's something that every young person across Grenada should look up and try to emulate.
Continuing the news, Chief Cultural Officer Kelvin Jacob says this year's Independence Monarch competition will be opened to artists from various genres to encourage more creativity. He made the announcement on Monday during an exclusive interview with the Government Information Service on plans for the island's 51st independence celebrations. In the past, only Calypsonians participated in the competition. However, the National Celebrations Committee and the Ministry of Culture is encouraging soca and groovy artists to participate. This year's celebration is being held under the theme The Next 50, embracing a future of development, transformation, and unity.
In the past, the competition has been dominated with the root, the calypso itself. And we haven't seen the children coming out of that. It's, if you say the children of calypso. So we haven't seen much groove, we haven't seen much soca. And I believe opening the competition this year, making it more explicit. Because yes, we've had songs based on the BPM that would have been classified as a groovy or a soca in the past. But I don't think it was explicitly explained for artists to know that any one of these songs can enter the competition. Because of the branding it had, it said a calypso competition. All right. So for example, a young artist who's basically singing the genre of groove, that's his specialization or her specialization, or the same way for soca. You may not have seen them coming forward. They may not have seen that as a competition for them. Right. But I think now that we're speaking to it and we're making it more explicit, we expect to see more artists coming forward. Okay, I'm a groovy artist. I love groovy. That's my specialty. I am going to create a song around the theme to come and take part in that competition.
Entries close off January 12th. The top 20 will be selected and announced.
So we've given consideration to changing the deadline from the 8th of January to the 13th of January. Midnight, Sunday, the 13th of January, we would close off the entries for that competition. And you can submit your songs via flash drive, or you can do that via email. Seeing as it's on a weekend, so you have Saturday, you have Sunday, midnight, you can do that via email. And you would send that email to ccosec@culture.gov.gd. And that is by January 13th, midnight January 13th. Artists have that opportunity to submit their songs. And when you're submitting your songs, make sure that you properly label in the body of the email the name of the artist, the name of the song, etc. So you have your attachment and your contact information so that in case we need to contact you. So we're looking to do the judging, the preliminary judging on the 15th. All right, so that will be a closed session where we listen to the songs and so on. The judges will listen to the song, and that's where they would pick the 20 songs that would go forward in the competition. So that would be on the 15th, and it would be announced on the 15th as well. So once the judges would have completed the deliberation, the songs and the artists going into the semi-final will be announced on the 15th.
Jacob outlined the judging criteria for the competition.
There will be no new judging criteria. All right. So I would just want to go through the judging criteria as it was last year. Under lyrics, melody, rendition, originality, and presentation. That's what all the songs will be judged on now. All right? The standard. Lyrics, melody, rendition, originality, and presentation. Okay, and when you're talking about the lyrics, so we are encouraging artists again. Remember, it's an independence and Mona competition. We have a theme. So we are encouraging you to use aspects of the theme. You don't have to go and spell out the entire theme word for word in your song. But we know you are creative.
You just need to reference.
Reference. So yeah, the treatment of the theme. That's what we really want to see coming out of your songs.
Okay. Chair of the National Celebrations Committee, Jacqueline Alexis, says anticipation is already building for the 51st celebration following the Grand Golden Jubilee in 2024.
We will have the usual events that we like to have, particularly our church service, which we always embrace. This year it will be at the Crowshoe RC Church in St Andrews. We'll have our extravaganza in Grenville the night before Independence. Once again, that's always a spectacular evening. So we always look forward to that. And then, of course, on the 7th, we will have our rally, our military parade, which we know everyone always looks forward to. Everyone's always very excited to see what the military parade brings. And so we look forward to that, our rally, and then moving into a cultural evening and some fireworks at the end of that too. So we're looking forward to some good events. We're also currently talking with the PAN Association, the Steel Band Association. We're looking to have a PAN evening on the Carriacou, the Friday before Independence. So we're hoping again that is something that will include everyone. People will come out and enjoy that evening.
This is the GIS News. When we return, Grenada stands to benefit more from bilateral relations with Cuba.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it's crucial for us to conserve water at home. When washing my vehicle, I use a bucket with rainwater that I have stored. This is how I save water. What are you waiting for?
If there's one thing we know for sure, life is an unpredictable journey, full of twists and turns, but no matter where it takes you, the National Insurance Scheme is here, ready to support you every step of the way. Sickness benefits ensures that you can focus on recovery, not financial stress. Maternity allowance and grant provides essential support to start your beautiful journey of parenthood. The unemployment benefits act as a safety net, giving you peace of mind during challenging times. Employment injuries can be daunting, but NIS provides comprehensive coverage, including injury benefit, medical expenses, disablement, and death benefits. At NIS, your well-being is priority. Now you can face challenges confidently, knowing that support is just a claim away. Contact us today to find out more about the range of benefits or visit our website at www.nisgrenada.org.
Welcome back. Grenadian Ambassador to the Republic of Cuba, His Excellency Glenn Noel, has reaffirmed the strong diplomatic ties between the two nations, particularly in education and human resource development. During a special interview with the GIS, Ambassador Noel highlighted a significant percentage of students studying in Cuba are pursuing studies in the medical field. His Excellency Glenn Noel said that negotiations have started to expand academic opportunities in other critical areas such as electrical installation, engineering, agriculture, and mechanical engineering.
We have been able to negotiate an increase and greater diversity in the number of students that study in Cuba. Almost 80% or more of all the students have been in the medical field. Right. And while this is extremely important in the sense that we have to continue to build and strengthen our healthcare system, but the healthcare system often cannot generate sufficient finance to sustain itself. And so the productive sector is important to produce as it relates to agriculture and other areas, to have the money to spend on health. So we have said to them, we also need to have some more persons in the field of engineering, mechanical, electrical, in agriculture and in several areas. And they are willing to ensure that that is expanded. And as I said, in 2023, 11 scholarships were offered, but in 2024, we had 22 positions offered. Unfortunately, we were not able to take up all of the positions, so it means that we have to do some work to make use of the opportunity.
He thanked the Republic of Cuba for the continued support to the people of Grenada.
I think we first have to appreciate the contribution that the government and people of Cuba are making towards the human resource development, the human capital of Grenada. And so far, hundreds of Grenadians have studied successfully in Cuba, and they can be found in every aspect of the Grenadian life and the Grenadian society and the economy. We have had economists, we have had medical doctors, nurses, engineers, agricultural specialists, and so forth. So as far as health and education is concerned, they have made a tremendous contribution to the development, not just to Grenada, but to the region and indeed to the entire world.
Government has imported over 460 purebred livestock from the United States, valued at approximately $4 million, as part of the implementation of Component 4 of the Food Security Enhancement Project. The shipment, which arrived via an Amerijet flight at the Morris Bishop International Airport on Saturday night, included 322 sheep and goats, as well as 144 pigs. These animals were acquired from a national breeding program, which will be operated at facilities in Laura in St. David, Maribor, St. Andrew, and Satir, St. Patrick. Under this component of the project, direct support will be provided to 25 pig farmers who will receive facility upgrades and 1 breeding boar each, and 25 small ruminant farmers, both sheep and goats, who will receive facility upgrades and at least 1 breeding buck or ram. Supporting the implementation of the project is veterinarian Dr. Dexton St. Bernard.
75 farmers in total, 25 sheep farmers, 25 pig farmers, 25 goat farmers going to receive male animals, okay? And those male animals now going to be crossing with the local females within their species, okay? To create the F1s, all right, 50% of the imported, 50% local, okay? So that's the first generation. And then from now, we're going to do a selection, and the best of the F1s will be bred again with that same breed, move up to our F2. Those that are undesirable for breeding going to enter into the meat market.
Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Honorable Andy Williams, who attended the welcoming ceremony on Saturday night, hailed the initiative as a game changer for the livestock industry.
With these animals that we are receiving today, this will be a game changer, not just for the agriculture sector, but for Grenada as a whole. This is the kind of transformation that we look forward to. And when we talk about transformation, it may not be a fast process as we want to, but as the saying goes, slowly but surely. Going forward, we know that our food import bill is relatively high. What do we do? In order to combat this, we have to look at methods to reduce that going forward. And this, what we are gathered here for today, is a step in the right direction.
Minister for Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, Honorable Lennox Andrews, explained that the initiative will introduce high-quality meat to the market for consumers.
The animals being introduced today have been carefully selected for their superior genetic traits, including higher yields in milk, meat, and reproductive efficiency. This scientific approach to breeding will enhance the quality and productivity of our local livestock, ensuring that future generations of farmers benefit from a more resilient and high-performance stock. This breeding initiative is vital for improving the nutritional quality of the food we produce. By strengthening our livestock genetics, we are ensuring the availability of higher quality protein sources such as lean meat, milk, and dairy products. These are essential components of a balanced diet and critical to combating malnutrition and improving the health and well-being of our population.
Finance Minister Honorable Dennis Cornwall called the Food Security Enhancement Project the largest single investment in Grenada's history and described the importation of the animals as a significant step toward reducing the country's reliance on meat imports.
Not about boosting meat production, it's about ensuring that our citizens have access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food while creating economic opportunities for our people. As Minister for Finance, I am particularly proud of the role my ministry has played in supporting this transformative project. From securing and managing $26.8 million funded from the Food Security Enhancement Project to working closely with the Ministry of Agriculture on financial planning and resource allocation, the Ministry of Finance has been instrumental in turning this vision into a reality. By facilitating sound financial oversight and ensuring the timely release of funds, we have laid the foundation of groundwork for the success of this project. This initiative also reflects our broader commitment to responsible fiscal management, where every investment is aligned with our national development priorities. Projects like this do more than strengthen our agriculture sector. They stimulate rural economies, foster job creation, and reduce the burden of our meat import bill.
The animals are currently being housed at facilities in Laura St. David, Maribor, and Satyrs, and will be quarantined for 6 to 8 weeks. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell will appear as a guest on the special edition of the Beyond the Headlines program of the Grenada Broadcasting Network tonight at 8:30 p.m. This will be Prime Minister Mitchell's first media appearance for 2025. He will reflect on his government's achievements in 2024 and outline key plans and priorities for the year ahead. The live broadcast will be available on GBN and the Government Information Service platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. All are encouraged to tune in and join the conversation. The GIS news will continue after the break.
If there's one thing we know for sure, life is an unpredictable journey, full of twists and turns, but no matter where it takes you, the National Insurance Scheme is here, ready to support you every step of the way. Sickness benefits ensures that you can focus on recovery, not financial stress. Maternity allowance and grant provides essential support to start your beautiful journey of parenthood. The unemployment benefits act as a safety net, giving you peace of mind during challenging times. Employment injuries can be daunting, but NIS provides comprehensive coverage, including injury benefit, medical expenses, disablement, and death benefits. At NIS, your well-being is priority. Now you can face challenges confidently, knowing that support is just a claim away. Contact us today to find out more about the range of benefits or visit our website at www.nisgrenada.org.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. The long-standing issue of poor lighting on the Palmis Stretch area has finally been addressed, according to the parliamentary representative for St. John, Honorable Kirani James. Speaking as a guest on the Heartbeat program, Honorable James highlighted several achievements in her constituency over the past year. These include providing educational support through scholarships, upgrading living conditions by constructing new homes, and improving bathroom and toilet facilities. A significant concern in the constituency was the poor lighting in communities such as Concord and Bamboo. These areas were challenging to navigate at night, posing safety risk, particularly for women and the elderly. Minister James emphasized that the safety and security of her constituents are of utmost importance, which is why addressing the lighting issue was a priority.
There, we've been able to provide solar lighting in a place that was dark for quite a long time, the Palmish Stretch. Quite a number of accidents have happened there due to various reasons, but we believe that if one thing that we can provide is the security and safety, and to ensure that our runners on a morning time can feel safe to come out, and jog and exercise and feel safe doing that. So we've been able to do that as well.
That story just ended the GIS news for Monday, January 6th. Let's recap the top stories. Grenada celebrates Dr. Kirani James, and government invests millions in purebred livestock for farmers from the United States. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.